Hey guys, welcome to English Football Club Barcelona, your Barcelona's channel in English. Well, today we are going to do a video that I've been preparing for 2 days. So, uh, because it's hard to understand, okay? But first, let me remind you that if you don't want to miss any of our videos and you like Barcelona and you want to know the news of Barcelona in English, this is your channel, so subscribe and let's just start. Barcelona's Messi's renewal. Hard topic to talk. We've been talking. This situation. It doesn't come from now. It's not like since 4 or 5 months ago. We've been saying, hey, maybe we cannot renew Messi. Maybe Messi doesn't want to renew. Maybe Messi doesn't like the team's competitivity. No. It's not. It's nothing about that. I've been watching the dossier, the memorandum of Barcelona from last year. It's a book of 200 pages more or less. I didn't read all of them, but at the end there is an economical situation, and it explains how the team performed economically, and that's where you see the famous. That's where it comes from, the famous papers of Barcelona and all its debt. But I have to confess that this is not a fault of none of them. None of Laporta or the other candidates that they were for the presidents. It's all, and it's not Messi's fault too. It's Bartomeu's fault. And I have a concern that I will explain later. But now let's go to the numbers, because as you can see here, the last year, the 2019-20, when COVID, Barcelona's income decreases a lot. It's more than 200,000 euros. Okay, it's all of these numbers are thousands of euros. So if you see 800. Sorry, these are millions of euros. So if you see 800, it's not 800 euros, of course, it's 800 million. Okay, so as you can see, I'm not going to stop seeing what happened, but you can see there that they say real or real. It's a real, not the what they think they are going to get. It's the real situation of 1920, the season. But later, if you go to expenses, that is the next page, that gastos means expenses. Here you have last year the expenses were 955,000 euros. Okay, million euros. So we had a decrease of, we had a debt of 100 euros, around 100 euros. Okay, 100 million euros. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. Don't say million. Let's say 100. It's 100 million. So we lost 100 million euros in 1 year. Why? Well, if you see, 462 is the sportive salaries, which this year it decreased 127 million, and it has to decrease more if we want Messi to sign. Also, well, amortizations, that's money we have to pay to some debts. Salaries, no sporty, 50 million. That's the people who works for Barcelona, not as, for example, the cleaners or administratives for Barcelona. All these journalists that they work for them. Then other expenses, and then gastos de gestión. I don't know how to translate it, so I'm sorry, but it's 172 million. It says it decreased 10 million, but it's 9 million. I don't know who does the maths here, but oh my god. Well, if you go to the next page, and this is where things start to get a bit weird, you can see here we have the balance of the situation in 2020. Sorry. And then what I want to say here is that the active no current is over in 2020 is even higher. As you can see, for example, It's not here, or is it here? No, it's not here. It doesn't show here. For example, the partners, the people who pays for Barcelona, it's not here. Maybe it's in the other page. I have 2 pages. But anyway, the debt we have in this moment, that is, it says total pasivo no corriente here, next to me. That's the place, the debt that we have in a long term. And it's around 400 million euros. That's everything we know, really. It's not nothing. But later we will see where it comes from. We're talking about the economy now, just the economy. And here, the other page, it's the second part. This is where you can see, yeah, you can see there the note 10.3, so 10.3. It says, abonados y socios por cuotas. Last year, and this year, of course, known, it's the how much money the Barcelona gets from the partner, from people who pay to get the access to the stadium, to get a percentage on shirts, of discount on shirts, and all those things. So you see, last year, 2019, was 175 million. It's not really that much money for a team, 175,000 euros. No millions, thousands, because this is 1,000 euros. So when you see here, here up to me, 1474027, it's not 1 million, it's 1 billion with B. Yeah, with B. It's 1 billion euros. That's the debt that Barcelona have in this moment. 1,474,027,000 and more. Okay. But in this case, you see, there are a lot of notes that you have to read because it's in this dossier, and it explains everything. For example, which here it says for note 14.3, acreedores, so comerciales y otras cuentas a pagar. It means money that we have to pay to banks, investors, and other entities. Okay, but we have to sportive. You see, deudas con deportivas 14.32, deudas con entidades deportivas y personal deportivo. Don't know if you can see it, but well, it means where you see 164 is around there, up, not much far from me. That's the money we have to pay for some players. That it's a lot of money. And if you see, I'm going to put now the example. This is the money we have to pay for players. For example, for Malcolm Oliveira, we have to pay 9 million yet in a short term. Okay. By the way, when you talk about something that is current and no current, it means short and long term. That's everything I had to do these days. That's why it took so much time to prepare this video, because I had to study, contability, all those meanings, why this means that, why that means those. Okay, so you can see here what we have to pay in a short term and in a long term. For Arthur Melo, we have to pay to Gremio. We got Arthur Melo 3 years ago, and we have to still to pay that. Neto, how long has he been here? So the same. Coutinho, that we want to sell him. So that's when we say we didn't. Even if we sell him, we will still have to pay for him. So that means that we still have to pay for him. So. And all of them, Cucurella to Eibar, Pedro González to Las Palmas, but it's 1 million, it's not that. All those numbers, if we don't pay them, that's later is an extra interest. That it's what I'm worried. And my concern now that I want to say before keep going is that if you see the total passive, when you see pasivo here, the total passive and the total active is the same salary, is the same amount. 1,474,000,000, etc. I'm not an economist. I read that the companies have to put one term like 1-1. I'm not sure. If I'm wrong, please write it on the comments. But I understood that when you do these kind of things, but for me it's like there is something wrong, because if Barcelona last year lost 97 million euros, and now you are saying that the debt is the same as the money that we have, for me that's wrong. Something is wrong. And it's not crazy to think that this is fake because of two things. One, Bartomeu did some kind of cleaning when all of that of Bartogate, all those documents that and things that did to the players with the other companies, between them we have i3 Ventures, and I read the other day that they were trying to clean some information. So it's not weird to think that Bartomeu is not really saying the truth with those numbers. And two, because Laporta wanted to make sure how the economy of the team is, so he started to do his own research, and he said the situation is even worse. So for these situations, I'm thinking that these numbers, the expenses, yes, but what we have, I think is wrong. And now we are going to continue, but that's for the next video. So see you in some minutes.